This is awesome. This is Terrence Popp coming to you from the Lair. I love saying that. I'm a goddamn evil genius. I need to have a lair. I had a couple of women who were very upset at my material. Basically sent me nasty grams and some other various forms of hate mail, which, by the way, if you see this, please keep sending it because it warms my black dead heart. I really love it. But I got a couple of guys out there who are up against it. They're getting divorced. The lawyer for the soon-to-be ex-wife made him pull the silver bullet, the abuse bullet thing, and some guys lost all their shit, and they're living on the street. And it happened to me. And I hope that some of my videos that I've made earlier reach you and help you pull you out of your nosedive. Because I've been there, okay? I have stood on the edge and looked into oblivion, and I was cool with it. Until a former commander of mine shot himself in the head, and he took the bullet that was meant for me. So I've changed my philosophy. I had to redo my programming, and I wrote about it in a book I put out there called The Warrior's Way and the Soldier's Soul. It's on Kindle. It's only like 145 pages. I originally had it was almost 400 pages, and I realized I wasn't writing the book for academia. They can kiss my ass, because most of those guys just sit back and talk shit or judge you from outside, somewhere that's safe while you're in the box. So I wrote it for the regular guys out there, the Joes. I dummied it down to maybe a 10th or 11th grade education, and I've got a lot of good feedback on it. Some people are upset because, I missed I had bad editing. I was poor. I don't really care anymore. But, if you're such a one-dimensional thinker that when you read something that has bad punctuation or spelled wrong is not of any use because it's spelled wrong, you are an outside, you're a one-dimensional thinker. And in today's day and age, any man needs to think in 3 and 4 dimensions because it's brutal out there, and dudes are getting mauled out there in divorce court, mauled. And I try to put a little light of hope at the end of that tunnel for you guys, because I've been there. I had one person ask me who my role models were, because I didn't have a father growing up. He left when I was like 4. He was a dickhead anyway. Alcoholic, usual bullshit. He's from New York. He died about 8 years ago. I think he fell down and broke his hip and threw a clot, and boom, that was it for him. But I talked to him like 3 times from between 4 and 21. I basically quit talking to him at 21 because I didn't need him. So back to my role models. There's a little wrinkled old man who I call Sensei, and he lives in Seattle now. And he was the father to 2 of some of my best friends, Chuck and Eric Herman. And he took some time out of his life to look down the rifle sights of my life and see that I was going nowhere good. And he just gave me a little adjustment, 2 degrees. Wasn't much at the time, but after 20 years, it was a monumental change. And I thank that guy every day. Love him like a father. Great guy. Let's see. Any other role models? Let's see. Not really. I never really was into, celebrity bullshit. There's just dudes that shit in fucking buckets and piss water. They're nothing. They're just good pretenders. There's a lot of actors out there who play all these good parts. In reality, there's a bunch of cream puffs. So that was pretty much it for me. I didn't really have any role models growing up. I did it all on my own. I'm an anomaly, I guess you should say. I had some other guys ask if they grew up without a father, how do they go about capturing their masculinity again? And I have to go back to my beginnings. I was in 8th grade. I was the smallest guy in my school and in my grade. I looked in the mirror and I took a long, long look of, what was, me. And I was not happy with what I saw. So, I decided that I was going to play football. And, my mother threw a fit, told me I was too small, which I was. I was only 89 pounds. She finally broke down and signed me up. And for 4 years, I got creamed. I got hit so goddamn hard. I was out, everyone on the team had 50 pounds on me. They were always faster and stronger. I was like a professional tackling dummy, I guess you should say. And I really didn't like those guys. They were really mean and vicious. But I took something with me when I graduated high school that has carried me through to this very day. Is no quitting. Don't you quit. Yeah, I was outweighed by 50 pounds. And I'd come home with black and orange, green fucking bruises, cracked ribs, torn muscles. But I always came back. It couldn't stop me. And I carried that drive with me into the Army. And it pushed me to superhuman lengths. I mean, by the time my 5th year in the service, I was only in a Green Beret. And I've done war, been all over the world, banged some hot-ass chicks that I was ashamed to stand in their shadow. They were so hot. We're talking platinum blondes with the carpet matches the drapes. And then I got on the plane and I flew away. Hey, what are you going to do? I was only 22, man. It is what it is. And some other people ask me why I put such effort into my videos. And, there was some time I was talking to a therapist, and I was paying this guy like $150 an hour, okay? And I would go in there, and I would talk, and this guy would just laugh his ass off, all right? He thought what I had to say was incredibly funny because I have a unique way of phrasing things. And I said, why am I paying one guy to laugh at my shit when I could just talk about my shit on the internet and it makes me feel better? If somebody learns something from it, that's a win. If it's entertaining, that's a win. If it pisses off the feminists, it's a win. I mean, it's a win to the fourth power. I mean, it was really refreshing. And I'm not like a lot of those other MRAs or MGTOW guys. I'm not, this is me. Terrence Popp. This is my face, my ugly mug. And I'm up here every week trying to help some dudes out there who are in the quagmire of the modern world, as we shall say. If they save one dude, save one person, it's all worth it, man. Because, I'm not doing this for fame or glory. I really don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't, the money is not a big deal. I'm almost 50. What am I really going to do with a bunch of money? Nothing. Just give it to my kids, because I live as you can see, a pretty meager lifestyle. I'm basically I'm in my lair, which is basically a barracks. It looked like it was when I was in Iraq. All the bullshit I have, minus the swords, of course. But, hey, that's what I do at night when I zombie shop, which we're going to do a video about that. It's pretty funny. I had a couple guys ask me, should they join the Army? And I'm going to tell you this for true. If I had a magic button that would take me back to 17 years old, and I was given the opportunity to do it all over again, there really isn't very much that I would change. Okay, I don't live with regrets. I give maximum effort. If you fail, you fail. It is what it is. Get up and drive on. But I really wouldn't change anything. I'm content with my life. I'm doing pretty good. I had one guy tell me that, I make these videos because I don't give a fuck. Well, actually, I do give a fuck about these videos, and I make them to help people. And all my naysayers can go kiss my fucking ass. Edit that out. So I'm going to leave this off with a poem for you that I wrote a long time ago. And I have no fear of death nor pain. And for this world I hold nothing but the deepest of disdain. My only earthly fear is that which I may come to be upon my time in the infantry. For in the uncharted darkness of my future, a monster lies in wait for me, armed with his slew of wounds and misery. But fiercer still, through both life and limb, 'tis I who lie in wait for him. Have a good week, gentlemen. Keep doing what you're doing.